select the appropriate weight to just keep progressing consistently and predictably. That's the goal here. Lower weight, easier on the joints, better pump, better growth. Win, 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 win. Dunking on them. Dunking on them. Just ripped the fuck out of my shirt. Arm to waist ratio is getting there. The main goal is you eventually want your arm to be bigger than your torso. That's what I want, at least. Good morning, everyone. It is October 16th, 47 degrees in the garage. So we got beanies and long sleeves on today. It finally feels like a new season, like the heat wave is over here in Texas. The cool weather's here. New seasons, new beginnings. New mesocycle starts today. Today being the first day of the mesocycle, we got our push day. Keeping some moves from the last mesocycle because I'm really prioritizing upper chest development. So we're definitely going to be sticking with the low incline dumbbell press as the main lift. So we're going to get into it. Let's start off with our first move, low incline dumbbell press, which feels great on the shoulders. About to get into the working sets. Based on my numbers from the last mesocycle, on my 0 RIR week, the 5th week, I got 13 65-pound dumbbells for a set of 13. So if I was going to do 3 reps in reserve this week, a good target for that would be to get 10 on my first set. Gonna shoot for 10 reps with 65-pound dumbbells. Felt pretty good. We still got 10. Gonna rest up. Try to shoot for around that same area. Sometimes the second set is better than the first set, but not always. Overall, pretty good. Gonna rest up, hit it again. Second set. Aiming for 10. We'll be happy with 9. Alright, I'll have to watch that back to see how many that was. But as you can see, with the very last rep, the speed significantly slows down. That's it. That's 3 reps in reserve as far as I'm concerned. Now we just log that in. Next week, we'll add a rep to each set. As soon as I get to the point where I could do this weight 15 times, because I like to stay in that 10 to 15 rep range, that's when I would probably add 2.5 to 5 pounds to each dumbbell and then bring the reps back down closer to 10. All right, next move, weighted push-ups. Let's get it. All right, up next we got weighted push-ups. So I got my weighted vest, makes it a lot easier to do the weighted push-ups. And then I use a couple 35-pound dumbbells so I can get a little bit of better range of motion. This weighted vest is great. It lets you load up to 300 pounds. So I put most of the weight on the back and then a little bit of weight on the front with the shorter sleeve right here so I can get a better stretch at the bottom. Better stretch, more muscle growth. So let's put this thing on. So best set from the last meso cycle was an additional 40 pounds, which is what I have today, for a set of 11 with 0 reps in reserve. So shooting for 8 today, that would be 3 reps in reserve based on the data from the last meso cycle. So going for 2 sets of 8 today. See how it goes. All right, that felt pretty good. I might go a little bit wider on the next set so I can get a little bit more of a stretch at the bottom and probably tighten this vest up. But yeah, 8, no problem. Started slowing down, so that's 3 reps in reserve. Gonna rest up and do it again. So 8, solid, perfect amount. Got a good chest pump, no joint pain. Ready to increase the reps next week. 40 feels like a solid weight. Hopefully by the end of the meso cycle, I'm getting multiple sets of 12 plus with that weight. That's why it's so important to keep track of everything, because I knew that 11 reps with 40 additional pounds was, 0 reps in reserve. So this week you made it real easy to just use that information and select the appropriate weight to just keep progressing consistently and predictably. That's the goal here. All right, that concludes the chest training for today. Moving on to triceps. I had to call an audible on the last meso cycle. Was getting some elbow pain from rope press downs. So what I did was I lightened the load, then tried an overhead, and that weighted stretch at the top bottom of the movement, I don't know what you call it. That weighted stretch right here gets that whole tricep belly just completely lit up. Lower weight, easier on the joints, better pump, better growth. Win, 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 win. Really started to burn there at the end. That stretch is everything. Looking forward to progressing this move. This is one that Just do it with good control. Feel the stretch. You know, when you're doing a press down, you don't really get that crazy stretch. You could go a little heavier, but if this is gonna feel better with less joint pain and get a better pump, why not? Nothing like some saxophone to just help alleviate the pain, get in the zone. You just go to a different world and just dunking on them. Dunking on them. 2 hands behind the head like Sean Kemp. Boom shakalaka. That's it for triceps today. Just one move. We're gonna move on to some lateral raises. A shoulder staple that will never leave my workout. Lateral raises. The only thing that doesn't give me joint pain in my shoulder, and it gives me the best pump. So that means I have to keep doing them no matter what for the rest of my life if I want to keep growing my side delts. Best set last meso cycle was, I did a set of 18 RIR zeros with 20-pound dumbbells. So stick with the 20s again. We'll see how it feels. Shooting for 15. Seven more. That feels good. That's it right there. Pinch nerve. Gotta love a 3 RIR week to just get you back in the swing of things. After that deload, you feel ready to go. Doesn't mean you have to come in and destroy yourself right away. A little bit more than a deload, a little bit more next week, a little bit more next week. Last week, go all out. Now that we're sort of resensitized to the stimulus that you can get, if you're gonna get growth from doing 3 RIR, if you're gonna make progress, why not do the bare minimum for results? I'd rather do the bare minimum for results than do too much and then have a setback because you got hurt, you got injured. Can't wait to ramp up over this next meso cycle. All Carhartt, everything. Just ripped the fuck out of my shirt. Arm to waist ratio is getting there. See, the main goal is you eventually want your arm to be bigger than your torso. That's what I want, at least. That's it, guys. It's really nothing special. It's all about consistency. It's just showing up, doing it 5-6 days a week. Ramping up, going as hard as you possibly can, managing your fatigue by taking an easy week. Get 1 gram of protein per body weight pound every single day. Get 8 hours of sleep, drink a gallon of water, and do that every single day for years and years and years. It's not all highlight reels. These are the days that you need to have just a normal, regular ass workout doing the bare minimum to make progress. There'll be a time and a place to go real hard. That's at the end of a meso cycle. And there's going to be a time to go easy. That's a deload. And then there's a time to do everything in between and go from really easy to really difficult and do it over and over and over again. Alright guys, that's a wrap for this episode. I'll see you later on this week or some. Take it easy.